With official coalition talks expected to begin this week following the election of the parliament speaker, the leader of the main opposition Republican People's Party, CHP, has once again enumerated his party's red lines regarding the formation of a coalition. Speaking at his party's group meeting in Parliament on Tuesday, Kılıçdaroğlu said the CHP does not accept 17 million poor people in Turkey in the 21st century, reiterating his party's stance of raising the minimum wage to TL 1,500, from its current TL 949. He also underlined the party's pledge to grant 2 months pension bonus to retirees as one red line the party is not willing to secede from. Pointing out that the past 13 years under the AK party rule have been very tough on Turkey, the CHP leader said that his party's door was open to all for coalition talks and that no one would be marginalized in the future. We will also tell them AK party when they come to talk about forging a coalition. We believe all the votes of our citizens to be valuable. We believe in democracy. There are arguments about who will be in a coalition with who. We left these aside. We said these are the practices of old politics. Of course, parties will come side by side to form coalitions. We set about with principles, and said it is more important on which principles a coalition is formed with rather than who the coalition is formed with, he said. Kılıçdaroğlu also touched on the reopening of the graft investigations, which went public in 2013, when he said, "No graft investigation will be covered up. If the investigations are covered up, Parliament will lose the trust of the people." Businessmen close to the ruling Justice and Development Party, AK party, the sons of 4 now former ministers and other figures were detained on December 17, 2013, on charges of corruption and bribery as part of the massive corruption probe. This was followed by another operation on December 25, when the Istanbul Chief Public Prosecutor's Office ordered the detention of 30 suspects, including a number of AK party-affiliated figures and businessmen. Acting Prime Minister Ahmet Davutoğlu has emphasized on his part that his party is ready to conduct coalition talks with all parties, while also emphasizing the principles his party would look for in a coalition. Now that the nation called based on the election results for a coalition, we will not close our door to anybody, Davutoğlu said on Tuesday. Speaking at the parliamentary group meeting of the ruling Justice and Development Party, AK party, Davutoğlu said his party would adopt a well-intentioned attitude in coalition talks, while stressing that it would not make any concessions on principles. "We will not make concession on our principles, not allow preconditions be imposed on us," Davutoğlu said. In an obvious answer to the opposition's demand that President Recep Tayyip Erdoğan should be made to respect the constitutional limits to the exercise of the presidential power, Davutoğlu said he would not allow presidency to be used as part of the negotiations. He said, "We will not be part of any negotiations that would hurt the presidency." President Erdoğan, who formerly headed AK party governments before taking office last year, has been much criticized by the opposition for unconstitutionally exceeding his presidential powers, meddling in the affairs of the government. In the June 7 election, in which no single party managed to win a parliamentary majority to form a government, the AK party took 258 seats, while the main opposition CHP took 132 seats. A total of 276 seats, which represent an absolute majority in the 550-seat parliament, is required to form a government. Should all efforts for a coalition government fail, then it will be up to the nation to declare its will once again in early elections, Davutoğlu added. After the election of the parliament speaker by Wednesday at the latest, Erdoğan is expected to assign Davutoğlu to form the government. Based on the statements recently made by officials of all the 4 opposition parties represented in parliament, the AK party and the CHP emerge as the most likely candidates to come together in a coalition.